What's the best floor for your home gym? Can you put carpet in your home gym, or should you just stick with some kind of rubber matting? Hi, I'm Greaves III, founder of Garage Gym Life, and I'll give you the answer to both of those questions right after this. When you're putting together a home gym, the type of floor covering you use is important for a lot of reasons. If your home gym is in the garage and you're doing a lot of training with barbells, dumbbells, or kettlebells, then you want to protect your garage floor as well as your weights from potential damage. If your home gym is in a spare bedroom, you probably already have carpet down, but if you have hardwood flooring, then you want to make sure that you again protect the floor and also cut down on some of the noise from lifting weights, which can be a big deal if you're part of the 4 a.m. workout club. So first things first, you have to decide what sort of training you're going to be doing. If you're going to be doing primarily yoga and the floor is already carpeted, then you might be able to get away with a yoga mat, something like that. That'll give you better traction. If, on the other hand, your training is cardio-based, meaning you're going to be doing a lot of training on rowers, assault bikes, recumbent bikes, or steppers, then you're going to want to look for a thin rubber mat that will not only keep your equipment from sliding when you're using it, but also prevent wobbling. If your floor already has carpet and that carpet has padding under it, then you definitely want to put a thick rubber mat down to level it out so that your bike, stepper, or rower doesn't wobble while you're using it. If you have hardwood floors or bare concrete, then just a thin piece of rubber matting should be fine, or even a thin carpet, so long as you don't put any padding under the carpet, because again, it will make your cardio equipment wobbly. Now what about if you already have carpet down where your home gym is located? I would still put down 3/4 inch stall mats because you don't want to damage the carpet. I mean, it's not a big deal if you're only lifting like 10 or 20 pound dumbbells, but anything over 30 pounds is going to leave divots in your carpet, and that can affect the lifespan of your carpet. Let's talk about if you're training with weights. Training with kettlebells doesn't require a ton of space. You probably get away with only 1 or 2 3/4 inch thick or stall mats, because a 4x6 mat will give you plenty of space for just about any kettlebell movement that you plan on doing. With barbells and dumbbells, you're automatically going to need more rubber mats than if you just have kettlebells. And the reason for that is that at some point, you're probably going to purchase a dumbbell rack. And as soon as you do that, you need to put a rubber mat, preferably a 3/4 inch thick horse stall mat, under the dumbbell rack. So when, not if, but when the dumbbells drop, they don't automatically just chip or break and they don't damage the floor. This is especially important whether you're training in a garage with a concrete floor, a spare bedroom with a hardwood or laminate floor. Besides the horse stall mat under the dumbbell rack, you also need at least one 3/4 inch thick horse stall mat under wherever you plan to train. And if you're training with barbells, that means you're going to have weight plates. You're going to store those plates somewhere. So again, you need to have at least one horse stall mat underneath everywhere the plates are stored, because accidents happen. And you don't want your plate dropping on the bare concrete floor. Now, you could buy rubber plates or rubber covered dumbbells, and that would eliminate that problem. But there's also the fact that simply setting a loaded bar or a pair of dumbbells down can be a lot noisier on a bare concrete or hardwood floor. Plus, rubber bumper plates and rubber coated dumbbells are a lot more expensive. So by now you can tell that I'm a big fan of 3/4 inch stall mats. So you might be asking yourself, why not just cover the entire gym floor with 3/4 inch stall mats? Well, the simple reasons are the smell and the cost. While my gym floor is completely covered with horse stall mats, I wanted to completely cover the floor because at the time I didn't know of any way to keep the mats from sliding, and my intention was to go wall to wall with the rubber mats so they'd be less inclined to slide. What I basically did was set aside a certain amount of money every month that I would allow myself to spend on the home gym, and I bought as much equipment used as possible while watching to see whenever horse stall mats would go on sale. Now I know I could have just used Gorilla Tape, because even having them wall to wall doesn't stop them from sliding completely, so periodically I still have to move the mats back until they're flush with each other. At some point I'll get around to putting down Gorilla Tape to stop that from happening, but it just hasn't been a priority for me. The other reason is the smell of stall mats is really strong when you first get them. So by purchasing them slowly, I didn't end up with a room full of stank rubber that would have taken away from my enjoyment of my home gym. I could just roll up the garage door, but I still didn't want to train with a floor full of funk. And you might also want to know why, if horse stall mats smell so bad, why I just don't get puzzle mats or even rubber fitness flooring. Well, simply put, puzzle mats suck. They will come apart at the worst times, they don't really protect your floor, and rubber fitness flooring is simply too expensive. The process of getting flooring for your home gym shouldn't be something that you jump right into. You need to measure the area you're going to cover with the flooring, and then take your time and research your options. Keep in mind that if you decide to put down carpeting, it will help with keeping the room warmer in the wintertime, but if something happens and it gets wet, the carpet's going to smell, it's going to be more difficult to move out than sections of 4x6 rubber stall mats. Also, only shampoo carpet for so long before you need to replace it, because it's just gross with the accumulated dirt of however many people walk on it. Whereas with rubber stall mats, you can just take them outside periodically like I do and hose them down and clean them, then put them back once they're dry. In the next video, I'll talk about how to get the smell out of your stall mats, and you can check that out by clicking